Hello, lover. I didn't hear you come in. Why don't you make yourself comfortable? I'll just be here, waiting for you. Not really sure what I was trying to do with this hand. Somehow I thought this opening gesture would be sensual somehow. Today on HTD, we're looking at the horniest cocktails that ever were, which is why I'm done up in such a classy boudoir classique fashion. Oh, yes. Today on HTD, we are looking at a list of drinks that could be said to be nothing more or less than drinks about fucking. This is the aggressively horny cocktails. And I should say, there are some that were actually too aggressively horny to make this list. They were just too much, maybe for a further installment, but we're easing into things, you know? We're starting slow, maybe, you might say, today with this list of aggressively horny cocktails. And I think we all know what I'm talking about. They're drinks that bear names that are inappropriate for the ears of virgins. So beware, young folks watching this episode, lest I adulterate and corrupt yourselves. So the first drink on this is a slow, comfortable screw against the wall. I don't know that you could be comfortably screwed against the wall. And what this drink is it's a great name because it actually describes what it is. It's a screwdriver with Southern Comfort and Sloe Gin, and it's a Harvey Wall banger. So it's a slow, comfortable screw against the wall. All kind of having an orgy. They're all five of those cocktails having an orgy together. That's what this is. So I'm gonna start with 3 ounces of orange juice, 2 and 3 ounces of OJ. Now I need a ½ ounce of Southern Comfort, my old enemy. A mysterious sweetened whiskey sort of thing. It's 35%. ½ an ounce of Southern Comfort into our stirring glass. And now I need 1.5 ounces of vodka. I need another ½ ounce of vodka.
Bottle Club.
Now we're gonna switch over to Gary's Good Vodka. Gary's Good Vodka. I like that. That's a good name for a vodka company. Gary's Good. There we go. 1.5 ounces of vodka. Now we're gonna stir that over ice. We want to get all those ingredients working together. We want to introduce them to each other. Let them mingle. Like exchange their horoscopes or something. I don't know. So we're gonna stir that with some ice. Just get it nice and cold. Let everybody kind of feel each other up there in that jar of stuff. So now I want to fill up a glass of ice. I think this is probably the right one, this gigantic hurricane glass. Why do I want to put the ice in there and then strain it in? You know, honestly, I probably don't need to, but the instructions tell me that that's what I'm supposed to do, and I want to judge it by its, you know, this is what they say to do. You know, I don't want to be taking any liberties and then give this drink a review and have people be like, you did it wrong. So, put the ice in there. Now I'm gonna strain my drink in. Just strain it right on in there. Great. Might need a little more ice. I don't know. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, I guess. Just
get in there, right?
Stuff it. Just stuff its dirty little mouth. My favorite brand, Jacquin's. It's not very good stuff. But we're gonna drizzle approximately a ½ ounce to 1 ounce of Sloe Gin around this. It's all dripping and red. And it should be sexy looking. That's what's sexy. A drink dripping in red. Now, we want a drizzle of this size, Queen Galliano. All right, here is the slow, comfortable screw against the wall. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love that color as it was dripping down, but now I kind of like it. It looks good. It's got like a nice gradation. It's drinkable, but it's not for me. Man, that's a lot of Galliano. I still don't get the vanilla. I don't know. Sweet, orange. That's all it really is. Sweet and orange and kind of pink.
Is there a sexy meter? Where are we on the sexy meter?
I'm calling this one 1/8 staff, 1/8 erect. This is not doing it. It's not getting off the couch, as that matchmaker lady used to say. I want to get a straw. I want to see if it like changes at the bottom here. The sexy straw. I'm sure this appeals to somebody. I mean, and it's not turning my stomach. It's not like making me very ill, but it is an orange and licorice thing. That's all that I get. That's all I get. I don't know. I mean, I know there's more going on in there, but I don't know what the Sloe Gin is doing. I know it's like a sweetened, like it's pretty gross stuff, honestly. That particular one in particular. It's big, it's red, it's got a saucy name. So I guess that's the appeal, but like, it's not a good drink. It's not a good drink. It's a lot of stuff to basically make a drink that tastes like weaker licorice. That's kind of my problem. There's a lot going on in there, and the end result is like, take some water and add it to absinthe. Okay, next. I'm done with this guy. I'm done with this guy. Now, this is called a Screaming Orgasm. Oh, what a great name for a drink. If you don't know, the ingredients to a Screaming Orgasm are probably not what you've heard before. They're actually vodka. It's a... No, does that joke not land? Okay. No, never mind. Yeah, it didn't land is the answer. It didn't work. It's fine. 1/4 ounce of vodka. And next, a 1/4 ounce of amaretto. Should you use a really good amaretto? Maybe. Am I? Hell no. We're going to use de amor, the amaretto of love. Yes. 1/4 ounce of the amaretto. Now I want coffee liqueur. We're going to go with the Kahlua. And now I need a 1/4 ounce of Irish cream. Bailey's Irish cream, for example. I can see this drink maybe being intended to be layered. My notes say it's shaken. If that's not correct, I'm sorry. But I can see this being a layered kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he did it either way. Oops. Ugh. Snap it open. My very informal research suggests that this might be served in a small old-fashioned, like a single old-fashioned, like what I've got here, with some ice, with a little bit of ice, okay? That's my very informal research. I can't claim to be a Screaming Orgasm expert or master, okay? This thing is mysterious to me. So I don't know how more self-deprecating we can get with these jokes, but it's just outside my realm of expertise. All right, we're gonna crack a little ice into this thing. And we're gonna strain our drink. Gonna get a can of cheap whipped cream and a tawdry, a harlot of a cherry. Here we are, a Screaming Orgasm. All right, well look, that's delicious. That's actually genuinely delicious. That just tastes like a coffee milkshake, like something you would get from Starbucks. It's hard to argue about that. It's very sweet. It's ridiculous. Vodka, amaretto, yeah, amaretto, coffee liqueur, and Irish cream. I probably should have paused to predict that it was going to be good. You know those like little cans of espresso and cream that Starbucks puts out? It even tastes like that, honestly. I want to give you guys like the big, what is this piece of shit drink? But I like it. I mean, and who doesn't like the Screaming Orgasm? What's the horniness of this one?
Oh, yes. Where's rank on the...
On the erectometer?
Yes.
On the erectometer. I don't know, quartermast. I mean, it's better than, this is where we're at. It's better than the other one, but I mean, it's not horny. It's not like actually sexual. It's just a coffee drink that somebody called the Screaming Orgasm for no good goddamn reason. You know, like.
But you liked it.
But I did like it. It's pukey. Like you start, put a little motion in your ocean. You're not going to feel too good about it, you know? You're going to be, maybe, if you're drinking Screaming Orgasms before you go for it, you should keep your sex slow and comfortable. Slow and comfortable, so that you don't wind up doing a puke show. Right after this, we're moving on to another drink. We're getting in between the sheets. Coming up right after this. Well, we're moving right along to between the sheets. Super freak, super freaky, super freaky. I don't know why I wanted to do all of that. This drink is shaken, so get out your shaker and try to look cool doing it like I just did for the first time in my entire motherfucking life. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Rodney's coming out now. Well, actually, we're gonna start with some lemons. I have become slightly inebriated. You're right, some of you, so you're right. Sometimes I am a little drunk when I make the show, so sue me. There's no law against having performance enhancers in your system when you make a drinking show. You'll never work in this town again. So get your juicy out. Get your juicy out. Get yourself a little 1/4 ounce, just a little tiny 1/4 ounce of that sweet, sweet lemon juice. Lemon juice isn't sweet, but you want a 1/4 ounce of it all the same. That sexy, biting, tart lemon juice. All right, so yeah, we want to add an ounce of triple sec. In this case, we're going to use Cointreau. Cointreau is a triple sec. 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of light rum. Apparently, we're going to use Don Q, because I've got a gallon of this stuff. Don Q is actually a pretty respectable rum. I think Don Q is a fine choice. I'm just thinking about the spec list, and like, there's a lot of rums that are, quote, light. You know, light in color. You can go a lot of different ways. I think Barbancourt Haitian brings a lot of character. Plantation 3 Star brings a lot of character. You know, if you want that style of rum, There's a lot of different kinds of ways you can go that are gonna have a lot of funky notes, esters. They're gonna have a lot more bite to them. They're gonna have a little bit more tang. They're gonna have some more character. Nothing wrong with this. I'm just like asking the question, but then sometimes you have to ask yourself like, okay, well, wait. We've got rum, we've got cognac. Why not just have cognac? Why not just have rum? What are they supposed to do together in this case? I'm not really entirely sure, to be blunt. But I do wonder if like a more funkified rum may overpower the cognac. Cognac is such a delicate flavor. So anyway, I'm gonna use my beloved Pierre Ferrand cognac. 1 ounce. And away she goes. Now we're gonna shake it. All right, here we go. Pour away. We garnish this with a flambéed orange peel. And there we have it between the sheets. I like that a lot. I gotta say, I'm a little impressed. I feel like that drink could be sweeter. I think that like a 1/4 ounce of simple would not actually be misplaced in there. Kind of turns it more into a straight sour or a daisy. Without it, it's quite tart. The recipe calls for triple sec. If you don't go sweeter, I think that dry curacao would not be a bad choice because that would bring a little bit more sweetness, or Grand Marnier. But it is a bracing, tart, lemony drink. It's nice, actually. It's a refreshing drink. It's not a heavy drink at all. You have to recalibrate. I do anyway, because it's like I've been drinking nothing but like candy. You know, these have all been sweetened, ridiculous candy cocktails. And then this one comes in and it's like a real actual classic, you know, prohibition, pre-prohibition standard kind of thing, like a sour or daisy or margaritas in that space, right? There's a lot of recipes out there for sidecars that can be, I think, unbalanced, too tart, undersweetened. They don't need a lot more sweetness, but they need a little more sweetness. For me, this is much closer to the mark than any sidecar I've ever had. I don't know why. I like what the cognac brings to this drink quite a bit. I wouldn't swap the cognac out. I like that a lot. If you like a Collins, you might like this. It's like not a long drink. It's not as sweet as like a Collins. It's just kind of like a ginny lemonade.
I just imagine you walking into a bar, walking right up and being like, "Sir, between the sheets, please."
Yeah, tough to order. That's true. That's a good point. The name, I never thought about that, but like, it seems like something like you're on a date and you've been good tippers all night and like they want you to leave though. And the bartender would come out and be like, "We brought you 2 drinks. They're called Between the Sheets." All right, so yeah, that was good. That's a good drink. I hate to say it, it's a Between the Sheets is a good drink. Let's move things right along to the very classiest of drinks, the blowjob. Blowjob.
Are you privy to how do the kids take this shot?
The kids?
Yeah, the kids.
Who are the kids?
The college kids.
How do they take this shot?
You're supposed to do it with no hands.
Oh, is that like a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
So that's what you do. You put your face down on it, you get down on it, and you slurp it all up. Okay. Well, it's a layered shot built in a shot glass, and I just so happen to have a shot glass right here, so let's blow jobbery it up. I don't know. I think we're getting demonetized on this one. Could happen. And we're gonna start with a slug of Kahlua, because this drink is layered with it. It's just really stinking with it. It's kind of very similar to the Screaming Orgasm. So basically we want the bottom half of this thing chock full of Kahlua. There we go, that's enough Kahlua. And now I want to have the top half be filled with Bailey's Irish Cream. To do that, we're going to use a spoon, although this should float pretty easily. We shouldn't take a lot of work. Then you're supposed to top that with whipped cream. And then I'm supposed to deep throat it. All right, let's suck this sucker up. There we go. Well, that was unpleasant. I mean, like, deeply unpleasant. That was not a consensual blowjob. Because what happened was, the shape of this sucker, it's like the same as the size of the opening of my mouth. Like, there's some suction. A vacuum formed there that was irresistible. I was not okay with what just happened there in my mouth. If you have this widening shaped shot glass, don't do that. Because it wasn't nice what just happened. I'm gonna finish it off now though. That's a little better. I think we could have just done that. I think we should have just done that. Part of me wants to reshoot that. I need to drink some water, maybe brush my teeth. I'll be right back. I think that the experience of sucking it off a bar top is probably the main event here. So I'm just gonna say, I don't think you need to do that. I think if you want this flavor profile, go for the Screaming Orgasm. It's the same thing. All right, porn star martini. To make this drink, I'm going to start with a half an ounce of vanilla simple syrup. You could make this the long way using a vanilla bean pod and syrup and letting it infuse over a period of months, or really not syrup. I think you would infuse it straight into sugar. People make vanilla sugar. You take like a big jar of sugar, you split a vanilla pod, you throw it in there and shake it up every day when you walk by, and a month later the sugar tastes like vanilla. Or you could make some simple syrup and throw a splash of vanilla extract in there and wind up basically the same product. So that's what I did. So it takes zero time at all. Half an ounce of vanilla syrup. Now I want a half an ounce of lime juice. Lime juice famously comes from limes, and to get at the juice of the lime, we've got to split them in half. Okay, well, I mean, I've always heard that it's not really the size of the lime, but how you use it. I think these limes are perfectly average limes, and that they're going to just be fine if you would give them half a chance, but I mean, I know you won't. Don't knock them until you've tried them. 1, a 2, a 3, half an ounce of lime. This recipe calls for an ounce of passion fruit puree. Now the thing of it is that passion fruit, if you've ever opened a passion fruit, and we're going to in a minute, it's like le juicy. It doesn't need to be pureed, it's already pureed. But these little frozen cubes are that. They're frozen cubes of passion fruit puree. This is great stuff. I love using this in like smoothies and stuff at home. When we make fruit smoothies, I always throw a little passion fruit in it. It's really nice. So I'm just gonna throw 1 cube in there. And then maybe what I'll do is I will dry shake that to near completion to get our passion fruit puree into this drink. And then I'll add ice just to make that work. But that's about an ounce. So now we wanna add a half an ounce of passion fruit liqueur. And the only passion fruit liqueur that I know of is Passoa, and it's actually really good. It tastes really accurately like passion fruit. I mean, it's pretty sweet and it's not like expensive stuff, but like if you're looking for something that tastes like passion fruit, it does. So half an ounce of this. I want to take a nap because I am drunk. 1.5 ounces of our vodka. We're using Gary's Good vodka because this is vodka that was left over from the vodka game, and it's still sitting around at the old how to drink compound. So let's drink it up. Who cares? I'm just gonna dry shake this until it's basically gone, and then we'll add the ice. It's a drink that's been requested on the show quite a bit, but I've never had one, so I'm excited to see if it's any good. For this. All right, here we go. This right here is what they call the porn star Martini. This is a passion fruit. It looks like a little alien egg. We're gonna cut it in half. So you just kind of float that in there, and that's it. Oh, it's supposed to go with a sparkling wine sidecar.
Right.
2 ounces of sparkling bubbly. This looks like a great drink. I don't know where the sidecar of 2 ounces of
I kind of
Prosecco.
wonder if this would be really good with the Prosecco in the drink. Like,
Well, and that might be
like,
the
you know.
idea.
Yeah.
This little bottle of room temperature Prosecco. Oh, I see why you need that, so that it can it can kind of erupt, you know, prematurely even. For the show of it, for the sexual nature of it, for that molten hot lava boiling over. Porn star Martini, here we go. Dude, that's fucking really good. Hit the sidecar. Totally unnecessary. After Meredith tries this, I'm gonna throw a little bit in there to see if that improves it, but honestly, this is great. This is reasonably balanced, maybe on the sweet side, but honestly, we were talking about this in another episode where sugar needs something to lever against. Passion fruit is great because it's so tart to lever sugar against. It is high sugar content, but it does not read as being overly sweet. And I love the taste of passion fruit when it's done right. And it actually is here. This is really good. It's a stupid drink with a stupid name, but in the regard, like in the aspect of it being like a passion fruit up drink that's pretty well balanced, it's very good. I just really like passion fruit as a flavor profile. I am getting some of the vanilla. I think the vanilla helps to offset the passion fruit and send it on this very smooth, silky kind of flavor profile. Whereas passion fruit can be kind of harsh. It's aggressively tart when it's not mixed with something. So I gotta say, I love this drink. Never had one before. I'm very pleased with it.
I could see putting this in that, making it like a passion fruit French 75.
Well, let's find out about that. Let's see if that adds anything to it. Actually, not bad. This drink, the flavor profile of it without the Prosecco tossed in is like a concentrate. but still good. Very, very good. But you can see how if you turn that into a Collins or a long drink or lengthen that with seltzer even, would be just fine. It would still taste delicious, but it would last longer. And that's kind of what the Prosecco lets you do. The Prosecco adds nothing flavor-wise. Like, it could just be club soda, I think. I might have preferred the intensity before, but I don't know. I go either way.
Yeah, I prefer without, but this is a brunch drink.
Once you throw the Prosecco in it, it's a brunch drink. You're absolutely correct. What kind of a brunch are they serving porn star martinis at?
Playboy brunch.
Yeah, that might be the brunch to be at. Totally forgot about the boner alert, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. By the way, porn star martini, erect. That drink all the way up. Yeah. Full-mast erection. That drink was good, actually. Genuinely good. One final tasting note. The Prosecco, that Prosecco, added a floral aspect to it. When you lengthened out that drink, some floral notes came to the fore that were kind of hidden before. It's interesting, but I kind of prefer the stronger passion fruit flavor that we had initially. I think both are totally acceptable. I really do. I think it works both ways, but I prefer it more concentrated. It was almost like a sideways daiquiri in that sense. Like, it was so pungent in flavor that like a good daiquiri can be. And that's true. Like, a daiquiri should be like aggressively tart and sweet. It really shouldn't be like a mild, hey, how's it going? I'm a daiquiri. A daiquiri should be exciting and filled with the fire of a Latin lover. Well, anyway, let's move this thing right along to the final drink of this here lineup of real horny drinks. We're gonna do a little something called a slippery nipple. I don't have anything to say about it. It's a drink called a slippery nipple. What else is there to say?
That's correct.
We already said it. Nipples, slippery? I don't know if I buy it. Only if it's slippery in a food-safe way. Otherwise, that nipple gets no play. No! I'm supposed to drop a maraschino cherry straight into the bottom of this sucker. I guess that's our areola for this nip. That's the actual nipple. Now I'm gonna throw in a 1/4 ounce of grenadine. I'm going off of like the IBA's recommendations here. I think that they mean, you know, junk grenadine. Junkadine, also known as Rose's grenadine. So we're gonna look for a 1/4 ounce of this stuff. All right, 1/4 ounce of grenadine. I'm just now reading that I'm supposed to put an ounce of Sambuca on top of the grenadine. Good lord.
Sambuca is supposed to taste like?
It's an anisette. It's a sweet licorice thing. And then you can see how syrupy that pour is. All of the sex cocktails call for Bailey's Irish Cream, proving the Irish know a thing or two in the bedroom. I'm sure there's a whole lot of Irish people in my comments right now saying, correct. If someone accuses you of knowing a thing or two in the bedroom, Ray, you say yes. There you go, 3/4 ounce. Bailey's Irish Cream. So it's got this kind of like alien brain hemorrhage thing going on. Got cherry down in there. Well, anyway, I gotta shoot this, I guess, right? Meredith says I have to. Well, that's not sexy at all. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Ugh. Should I make one for you?
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like a cherry milkshake.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'll do it. I will do one.
Get up here and shoot this slippery nipple. Let the people see you do it. She doesn't like it either.
Well,
It's a lot.
and not that bad. The licorice just makes you cough. It takes over.
I would call it cursed because of how large it is. I think that like a taste of that, like a smaller amount would be fine, but like it's a shooter and it's 3 solid ounces. Fills your mouth, and then like you swallow and it leaves you with this cherry that's soaked in Sambuca that you gotta chew your way through.
Right, you can't just get it down. You have to hold part of it back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It spends a lot of time in your mouth. A lot of time in your mouth. And I'm just not into that creamy Sambuca. So you take the Irish cream and it sweetens and thickens the Sambuca into kind of a slurry, if you will. It just takes a lot of work to ingest. And once it's in there, you gotta go with it. You gotta finish it up, man. You can't get down on that and like quit. You gotta see it through. That's important. I drank all these horny cocktails and they really did not do it for me. I'm gonna tell you what, only one of them was pretty good, and it was this one right here, the Porn Star Martini, which is funny because people have been requesting this for a while. Well, that's all of the sex I can have. Please watch some more of the show. And if you want to see more of the stuff that we couldn't put in this edit, I'm pretty sure it's going to wind up on Patreon at some point. So check out, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, and Twitch. All of them. Woo! right here. And also, here are 4 more episodes of the show. I will be back very soon with another episode of HTD. Until then, stay sexy, lover.